Hello everyone, I'm Alicia. Welcome to my Beautiful Nights channel. I just finished filming my 300th video, and in that tutorial I showed you guys how to make these gorgeous bracelets. If you didn't see this tutorial for the bracelet, I will leave a link for it down there in the description bar. Now in that video I told you guys that I also had a matching ring for this bracelet. So for this tutorial I'm going to show you how to do that, make the matching ring. And here it is. It's really pretty. And basically what I just did is I took a section part of the pattern right there and I put a ring band on it. So here is what it looks like. It's really nice. And you can do whatever ring band you want on the back of this. This one I did the Lattice ring band, and this one I did the other one that kind of looks like a ladder. And it's pretty easy to make. It's really fast, and it's using the same exact beads that I used in the bracelet. So let's get started. Here is the list of materials you will need to make a ring. You will need to cut 3 feet of 8-pound fireline, and just like I told you in the bracelet, you can use monofilament if you want, but you're going to want to use either a 6-pound monofilament or an 8-pound monofilament. And if you use 6-pound, you can use needles with your monofilament. You're also going to need 2 size 10 beading needles, and I use tulip. And you will need 6/0 seed beads, as many colors as you want, and 11/0 seed beads, and that's it. And I will leave the list of materials down there in the description bar for you guys, so make sure you check it out. I'm going to be making the matching ring to this bracelet, and right here is the section we're going to be making of our pattern. So I went ahead and I already got my thread, and I put it onto my needles, one on each needle, and I made sure that my tails were even at the end so that it didn't run out of thread on one side. And I'm going to start by picking up a 6/0 seed bead, an 11/0, a 6/0 in the silver, an 11/0, 6/0, 11/0, 6/0, 11/0. Just like that. I'm going to slide this down. Okay, I'm going to take and pass back through this 6/0 so it's a circle like this. Now I have to put my needles together, and I have to center this in the center of my thread. Okay, so right there it is. That's the center of my thread. Now what I'm going to do is pick up an 11/0 seed bead on each needle, a 6/0 on each needle, an 11/0 each needle, slide those down, and then I'm going to pick up my center color, which is the purple, crisscross through this bead, okay, I now have this. And now, just like in the bracelet, I'm going to pick up an 11/0 seed bead on each side, and then my center bead, which is the purple, and then my 11/0 seed bead in the blue, and then a 6/0, 11/0 again, 6/0 again, 11/0 again, 6/0, and 11/0. Just like that. That's my pattern. Okay, slide them down. And then what I'm going to do is take my needle and pass through this purple bead right here. I'm just going to hold it like this between my fingers. Pass it through. There we go. Do the same thing to this side, slide the beads down, pass back through the purple 6/0. Okay. Slide those all down. And now I'm going to pick up an 11/0 on each needle, and then a 6/0 seed bead, the purple color, that's my center color. Crisscross through that, bring it down, and then I have to tighten this because this gets loose, so I have to grab these little wings right here. I pull these, wiggle, I wiggle everything, making sure that it's tight. Looks good. And now I'm going to pick up an 11/0 on each needle, 6/0 each needle, and an 11/0. I'm going to pick up a 6/0 and cross through it. Pull that down. Now we should have this, and I have to repeat this pattern right here. So on each needle I'm going to pick up one 11/0, and then my 6/0 that's silver, and then one 11/0 again on each side, and then my last turquoise 6/0 here, cross through that. Okay, and now I have to start doing the 11/0 seed beading that goes around this pattern. So I just pass my needle through that bead there, that 11/0, and then I'm going to do it with this needle. Same thing on this side, passing through that 11/0. Okay, so it's like this. Pull this tight. I'm going to pick up 5 11/0 seed beads. I'm going to do 2 of this color, 1 silver, and then 2 of this color. Okay, I'm going to go around this silver bead here. I'm going to skip over it, go through this 11/0, the 6/0, and through the 11/0, just like that. Pull this through, pull it tight, and now I'm going to pick up 6 seed beads just like I did in the bracelet. One of these, one of the silver, 2 of these, 1 silver, and 1 of these. There's my 6. Coming out here, I'm going to pass through these 3 beads, 11, 6, and 11. Pull that tight, and I'm going to repeat this again right here. 6 seed beads. Okay, going through right here, this 11, the 6, and through that 11. Pull that through, and now I'm doing 5 seed beads again. So 2 of these, 1 of the silver, and 2 more of those. Okay, coming out of here, I'm going through these 2 beads. Pull that tight. Now I'm swapping to my other needle, and I'm going to do the same thing. I have to pick up 5. So 2 of the blue, the silver, and 2 blue. Coming out here, I'm going to go in through, oops, this 11, through the 6, and the next 11. And then I have to flip this over because I'm working on this side. And I'm going to pick up 6 seed beads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeating that same pattern. I'm going to pass through these 3 seed beads. Pull that tight, and then 6 again. Coming out here, I'm going to go through this 11, 6, and that 11. Just like that, and 5 seed beads. Okay, coming out here, pass through this 11 and through the 6. Pull this tight. Okay, it looks good. I don't see any gaps, and it looks like I have all the pattern right. Yep, I don't see any extra beads. I'm missing beads. Okay, now I'm going to do the ring band. So the ring band's very easy. I'm going to do this one because I have two colors of 11OC beads. This one had 3 colors, so I played around more and I did the lattice one. So for this one, I'm going to pick up 2 11s on each needle, slide those down, and then I'm going to pick up 2 and crisscross so that I have this. Okay, I'm going to keep going doing this, 2 seed beads on each side. Crisscrossing through 2. Picking up 2, crisscrossing through 2. I've shown how to do this in several of my ring videos. Alright, picking up 2 on each side, picking up another 2, and crisscrossing through those, bringing it down. And there we go. Pretty easy. Okay, so I'm going to keep going doing this until it wraps around my finger. So just keep repeating this and I'll be back. Okay, so it's not the length that I need for a ring, and remember, if you're doing the lattice ring band, this ring band does shrink, so you have to add 2 more of these circles here in order to get it to fit you. And this ring band here does not shrink. Okay, so this is what I have now. I picked up 2 seed beads on each needle. Slide those down. I'm going to crisscross my needles through this 6/0 seed bead. Okay, just like that. I'm going to go back up to the top of the ring now. So in order to do that, I need to pass my needle through this seed bead right here. Okay, through there, and then I'm going to go through these 3. I need to come out the silver one. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Take this needle. I'm going to pass through this seed bead here. Okay, and then through these 3 and out through the silver one. Okay, I should now have a needle coming out on each side. Now I'm going to pick up a silver seed bead, my 6/0 and my silver. So 11, 6, and 11. Just like we did on the bracelet, coming out here, I'm going to go in between these 2 beads, just like that. And I have to pass through these, so let's see if I could do it all in one shot. Okay, there we go. Just like that. Again, I'm going to pick up an 11, a 6, and an 11. Coming out here, I'm going to go into the silver, these 3 seed beads, just like that. I'm going to go through this one here. Okay. Oops. Now this time, instead of going through the 6/0, I'm going to pass my needle through the ring band. Right here, I'm making a new thread path because I want to attach my ring band on to more beads than just the 6/0 seed beads. So I'm going to go through here so you can see my threads coming out of this bead into these. Okay, now I'm going to stop here and go to the other needle and do the same thing that I just did. Those beads there, I'm going to do it on this side. Okay, same thing again. Go in between here, pass through all of these beads. Alright, just like that. Over here I am again, an 11, 6, and an 11. Going into the silver, those blue ones. I have to get back through this bead here in the corner and then down these two. Okay, now I'm ready to do the ring band, finish this up. So for this ring band, very simple, just like we've done several times. I'm going to pick up one seed bead, and there is a gap right here. I'll open this up so you can see better. See this gap? I'm just going to fill the gap in with a seed bead. Just like that. Pick up another seed bead. Here's another gap. I'm going to pass through two. Another seed bead. Filling in the gaps. Okay, and I'll stop and do the other side so you can see what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to keep going doing this until I get to the other side, and I'll be back. Okay, I just finished filling in all of the seed beads in the band. This is what it looks like. It's so pretty. I'm going to split the needles there. And I'm going to come back up through here. I have to go through the seed beads so that it matches the other side. Because this right now, I don't have a thread path going in this direction. This side is like that. And look how much nicer it looks on this side because I did that. So I have to do it on this side now. And I like to tie my knots right in front of the 6/0s. So I'm going to pass through right there. And now I have to reposition this needle. Do these seed beads. Okay, and there we go. So now we're ready to tie our half hitch knots. And I'm going to do just like I did with the bracelet. I'm right here. I'm going to take the needle through this hole, make a loop, and pass through the loop twice. And bring the knot down right in front of the 6/0 seed bead. Okay. Then I'm going to pass the 6/0 through these seed beads here. Come out in front of the next 6/0 and tie another knot. Go through the hole, make a loop, and pass through it twice. Now I'm going to keep going tying knots. I go through here again, I tie another knot in front of the 6/0, then I pass through here and I tie knots in my ring band. And I just keep going and I try to use up as much thread as I possibly can tying knots. Because we're using fireline, it's easier to hide the knots inside of the 11/0 seed beads. But if you are doing monofilament, you might have to just tie knots underneath the 6/0 seed beads, those three there, and then trim your monofilament off when you get to like over here. But with fireline you can really pass through some beads. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish tying this off and I'll be all done. This is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video, leave me a comment, subscribe if you want to see more of my videos, and make sure you click the bell button so you get notified when I upload new videos, and like me on Facebook. And don't forget to share pictures of the jewelry you've made from my videos on my Facebook page and follow me on Pinterest. Thanks for watching.